be Olaf and Raid going to be holding for the aggression early on. Flamey actually going to go ahead and tap down Karrigan as he starts to aggress up through Ivy. So already a man advantage taken here for Navi. And now they're setting up for this A-side play. You can see Flamey lining up the smokes for that. Zeus is going to be over here towards Pop Dog, so he can go ahead and throw out his utility through those little windows. Ooh. But maybe not. There's still plenty of time left. And Olaf, he's actually gone ahead and now reclaim that man advantage. So we're back into a 4-on-4. Out here on this A bomb site, there's only Guardian. But keep your eye on Nico on this wraparound. In through Ivy. He's going to be in the backline, but he needs his teammates to hold down this bomb site.
Oh, Olaf needs to get this kill as well. They're already down a man, and that bomb's been planted. Kit lost on the site from Guardian. And now this wraparound comes into play, but Flamey's not ready for it. Nice shot from Nico. He's going to need a monster play here to win this round, but Rain's already started off as well. FaZe are back in the advantage. Time ticking against them. Nico can't connect the shot, but finally lands it at a crucial point. It's just Electronic left now in a 1v3, and he's going to need to go big for Navi if they want to take this pistol round. The bomb yet to be tapped. FaZe retrieving the kit on Olaf. Smoke going on the bomb. No one's here. Electronic spamming away. Does stop that diffuser, but Rain's right above him, and that'll be FaZe coming in with a retake just in time if they can find the bomb. Rain? I think they just lost a round.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It wasn't not being able to find the bomb. They couldn't find the kit. It dropped in the smoke, and so none of them actually had it. And then by the time they finally picked it up, Nico was the first man to tap on the bomb. Obviously, he didn't have it. Rain did. So yeah, that's a little bit awkward. In that smoke, things go awry, and now Navi going to be finding themselves the pistol around here, in spite of there being enough time left for this defuse. Like, you see the panic. It's Rain to pick it up, and then he's like, oh, you know, then probably some non-PG-13 language.
Yeah, but that's so unlucky.
That is very unlucky, because that was FaZe's round. And now, by coming in for Navi, Nico at least did manage to hold on to the armor. So now he's got a deagle to work with in this round, but that's a real, you know, we're really looking for a silver lining.
I think he brought that up. The bomb went off last round.
Yeah, yeah.
They would have both died with the bomb.
No, Nico didn't.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He bought the deagle,
yeah.
But, you know, otherwise he would have no money.
Well, lots of rifles for Navi in this round. Look at Simple. He's just crept down Ivy. This is so lucky for Navi. They had the bomb outside of B, maybe ready to walk into this B stack, but if Simple actually clears out the entirety of this A site before that comes through, Navi got to be aware. The timing is all too good here for the T side. And just like that, Simple's cleared out that A bomb site. FaZe, hook, line, and sinker sold on B. And Navi are going to be able to rotate that bomb safely. That could have gone very wrong as well. It's common that you see a B-side push with a flank up from Ivy come later, and Simple could have pushed to try and kill maybe A rotations, but luckily he's going to be the first man in, so he gets that info. We're already starting to spot this B stack as well. Zeus has taken a kill. Simple just looking to make some money, and they're mostly armorless as well, Harry, so it's not going to be a problem for Navi. Nice second round taken. Minimal loss, if anything.
Yeah, Nico's just looking to try and hold on to this armor once again. Whoa. They do spot him. They know where he is, and Zeus able to go ahead and pick him off. So Navi, a 2-0 start here on Train. They keep 5 alive in this round, and that is fantastic over on this T side. There you go. Ruhub's always watching.
Yeah.
Or are we always watching Ruhub? What's the...
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Well, here's the buy from FaZe. That second round eco has allowed rifles to come through, but as we know, that third round buy can be pretty difficult on the CT side. Harry, they are going to be just down on M4s with limited utility. Only Rain really has them behind him. No kit as well. That could be a problem. Navi even pulled in the AWP on Simple. He found 2 SMG kills in the previous round, so good bit of money made off that. Bit of a peek coming through from Nico, and Simple's ready for it. Already scoped in on the angle. Navi taking that man advantage into this first buy round. That's a fantastic start. Do you FaZe have a response? We've already seen the aggression they're willing to show in that pistol round by double pushing down Ivy. But for now, Navi, they have all their tracks covered. We've got Electronic holding onto that position. We've got men watching outside of B. FaZe are going to have a difficult spot of getting back from this man advantage for the time being, unless Navi start to shift their attack and open up some parts of the map to allow for this B flank.
And it's another slow start here from Navi. They have that man advantage, and now, slowly but surely, they're going to look to try and make something come of it. Karrigan has gone ahead and dispatched of Electronic. Rain here, over in the sandwich, going to delete Flamey, but Edward's able to trade. And now we're back into this 3-on-3. The bomb on the back of Edward, and he's very, very deep over here toward this Ivy position. Guardian's actually going to pick that up. That's now the bomb drop. 35 seconds left. It's all going to fall onto Zeus. And Olof catches him out of the open, so FaZe going to be quickly in with their first round on the board here over on the CT side.
Yeah, that could have got very dangerous as well. When Rain took that first fight to the player pushing up Olof, he actually dropped off the train by accident when he got flashed. So made a bit of noise. Navi knew exactly where he was, but still able to get away with that kill. Same story for Karrigan up on Ivy, and a nice rotation as well coming through for Guardian to allow them to hold on to that round. 2 kills from him, and FaZe find their first here on the CT side. Navi still able to buy back into this one, but because of the AWP that Simple invested in, he's down on a Deagle as a result. Not always a big problem for Simple, but considering you've now given Guardian his own AWP, that's not really what Navi want. And he's over on that B bomb site with Olof as well, so... Again, FaZe have been continually running this 2-man setup early on B. Every single time you see many teams just opt to run one player playing close ramp and then just falling back as soon as they get some information.
I do love, like, you know, there's the iconic Navi meme about how, like, Simple never gets the AK when they go for, like, the one buy up round. Well, this is like that. This is like the Navi buy meme version 2.0.
I don't have a huge problem.
No,
with
exactly
this,
right. Like you imagine the reason is because, like, you know, Simple's pretty keen with whatever gun he's using, and he can just make it work with the dig. The rest of the guys, they get the rifles out, and they're going to look to try and drop a weapon for him initially. Karrigan looks like he could offer that up. It's not like the old school Navi where they would have like 2 AKs and they'd be like, okay, Zeus and Edward are going to play those 2 AKs and everyone else, you get PT50s. And then it's like, okay, guys, I don't know about that one. But Electronic is dead. Simple's going to grab his guns. Now we're back to a 4-on-5 with a lot of damage done to Karrigan. He's going to passively reposition up in heaven, and that leaves Ivy open. But as a result, we've had Guardian rotate through that CT spawn, leaving Olof solo B. Not a problem for now because Navi are looking to attack this A bomb site. But Harry, they've got no nades.
Yeah, they've got nothing. They've just got to go walking on into this, and there's only 25 seconds left on that clock as of right now. So as they start to creep on in, Karrigan, despite being on 8 HP, he's going to be good for his second kill in this round, and it is going to get traded swiftly by Simple. But now they go wandering by Nico. 15 seconds left on this clock, and Simple just barrels in to try and get that bomb down. Nico's holding down the fort, and suddenly it's just Flamey left up. Nico going to find the triple, and FaZe will be moving on to their second round. As you pointed out there, Hugo, they ran out of utility. They had very little time left. They're forced to have to try and get that bomb down. And ultimately, everything kind of starts to turn against them and go downhill in that situation.
And this kill here from Nico, the reason Simple wasn't ready for that is because Edward had just spotted a man in Pop Dog pushing back through for FaZe. So you know, Navi were under the assumption that maybe, okay, FaZe have given up on this site for now. They're going to come in with a retake. There's no one here. They're playing passive. And then boom, Nico's just sitting in the middle of E-Box and gets himself 3 kills. Big round for him. And Navi are broken as a result. Money going to be gone from the T's for now, and FaZe pretty well armed into this one. Rainy has even gone for a UMP. Just to farm a bit of money, because he knows Navi aren't going to have any armor on this T side, and that is the case. Simple with a Deagle once again, but how much would he really be able to find from it?
Edward just toying with the man down in Pop Dog right now. Hugo, you and I, you know, we've got to watch a lot of Navi recently. We know that they big fan of taking things slowly, very Zeus style of play. In this round, though, the reason for that is you want to try and bait out as much utility from FaZe as you possibly can. Try and force as much of a rebuy from the CTs. They're stacked up outside of the B bomb site now, and here they look to go barreling on in. Now, Guardian, he's going to get caught sleeping at the wheel, and that will be the bomb going down. He misses the opening shot, so that's going to come on through for Navi. All in all, a pretty good round thus far. They have yet to find a kill, but Flamey's going to change that up as he ducks into the connector, and now there's a man in the back for FaZe to have to worry about. They need to try and find Zeus, and Guardian will. So now just Flamey left up in this round. He's trying to make things a bit more expensive, but this wraparound from Karrigan should seal his fate. Guardian's going to beat him to it. But the bomb plant there for Navi is all they could have asked for.
Here's a really weird detail about that round, right? Something I've not seen before. We had an eco on top of that back green train by Ivy, and Simple was jump spotting in main, right? Trying to get information as to this A-side setup. He spots Nico on top of the train, and then Edward, above Pop Dog, shoots through the wall, you know, the wall bangable bit, onto exactly where Nico is standing, like almost like he knows a sort of lineup there. It didn't connect, but it was close enough, and that's quite funny, but not going to change anything there. It's still going to be the eco round. You know, bomb down, a couple of kills, by and large, not too bad for Navi, but FaZe still running away with the CT side now, 3-2. Navi back on rifles, but no AWP despite that bomb plant in the previous round. This may be due to the fact that Simple has been buying deagles when it comes onto these ecos, but it's not like he's got utility anyway. It won't have made the hugest of differences. Kind of hoping just to win around to grab Guardian's AWP, but now we've settled back down to a 4-man A setup, more typical here for FaZe. Not for long. As that Molotov goes out from Olof, we see Guardian rotate, because with no mollies left on the CT side of the B site, it does give Navi a bit of room to go aggressive, but for now they take control of Pop Dog, set up outside the ramp with this bomb. That smoke may cut them off, but they're just going to go right through it. Guardian shutting down Zeus to start things off. Navi, they retreat, they slow down, they've given up. Edward's already crept into this A bomb site because of the smokes that have been put down, and FaZe have almost fully rotated. There's only Rain here, and he's throwing utility. Edward's going to try and get ahead of this curve, but he gets caught on the site by Nico.
Yeah, no, that's a very big kill to find, as now you've dealt with that 1 point man that was out in towards A for Navi. The rest of the guys now, 45 seconds left on that clock, and they're all stacked up at the E-box, trying to push on in. And this wraparound from Olof could look to seal Navi's fate in this round. Electronic, while he is good for one, Rain's going to go ahead and mop up the remaining players here outside, leaving Simple in a 1v4. 30 seconds left on the clock, and this flank. Ooh, Simple. This flank from Olof still yet to get spotted. Simple, though. He's made it a 1v3. He's going to look to go creeping on in, and he seems very aware that someone could be ready to come in with the backstab. Olof, though, just waiting ever so patiently for the teammates inside of this A bomb site to call that Simple has gone creeping in, and now there's only 10 seconds. You don't fancy his chances anymore. There's no time to get that bomb down. He doesn't want to fall after the time. Simple just going to look to try and hold onto this AK now. And it looks like he will get away with it. So 4th round on the board for FaZe. Simple makes that an expensive round at the very least.
Yeah, nice frags. And that was such a well-timed rotation from Nico coming back towards the A bomb site. After Guardian got that pick down on ramp and Navi fell back with the bomb, FaZe were more than aware that it was not going to be a full B commitment. But that definitely looked to be the case. If they didn't get smoked out and instantly taken down with an AWP, Navi would have committed to that B site play. So their plan really not going to plan after all. And in fact, they're going to call out a bit of a tactical pause here, Harry, that being Navi. Work out how they want to approach the next round, because this is now 4 in a row for FaZe. They're looking pretty damn good on the CT side, winning their rifle rounds. Their rifle rounds in good effect. I tried to say buy and rifle. Bifle.
That's a good one.
Yeah, keep that in the mind.
Yeah, keep that in the old think tank there, Hugo. But yeah, they have been struggling in the Bifle rounds, in all honesty. Curious to see what the solution's going to be. Simple saving that AK. That has meant that they've had to go for the buy up around it, and it's not perfect. Carrigan as well, shout out to him. Going to be sporting the AUG in this round.
This is such a Navi buy. It's 1 eco, and then you have full buy round next round with 3,400 loss bonus, but nah, Navi just going to invest anyway. And obviously that is due to that saved gun, but if Navi get a bomb plant here, it's going to be pretty damn fantastic. If they don't, they can still buy up on 3 players, but I mean, kill money is going to be another factor to take into account. Let's see what Navi can do. It's a full smoke execute to this outer bomb site. We have 3 FaZe players in the wings. Rain in the Pop Dog, but he's already given that away with a smoke. Fully flashed by Zeus. Great flashbang. And they'll get right out through Pop Dog. In the meantime, Guardian's doing work with this AWP. And Carrigan, he's spraying through the smoke, but he may get caught by a player up close. That's Electronic creeping on round, and they have no idea. Oh, he almost doesn't finish the kill. Finds 2. But it's no bomb plant, no round win, and as a result, everyone can buy in this one except Simple. We have yet to see him get back on that AWP, Harry. This has been a bit of a problem for Navi. He had it in the first rifle round, not since.
Yeah, and then, then you look over to someone like Guardian right now over on FaZe. That has not been an issue for him. He's had it in almost every single round that we've seen them have these rifles up. In fact, that was like their first priority, was getting Guardian onto this AWP. Simple. I mean, he's still not going to have it. He's going to have the scout in this round. And while he is proficient with it, you'd much rather have that big green gun. Electronic going to go barreling on out from main. He's instantly bested there by Nico. It's a man advantage secured here for FaZe early on. Navi back to the drawing board in this round. They tried to make something faster happen out towards this A bomb site, but a Molotov that came in late separated the offensive. And as the old saying goes, divide and conquer. Now Flamey's out here in the open. Rain's going to get one before Flamey trades, but ultimately Guardian just allowed to start to pick these guys off from afar. Ooh, But Zeus, he's secured the B bomb site. Now the pressure's on for Guardian and Karrigan. The bomb down out in the open. Karrigan's got his eye on it. They have to go back and try and retrieve it, and Karrigan's in a good spot to deny this round.
Yeah, and even though Zeus got control of B and he's forced a rotation, he has to come back and help his teammate. He's already too low. Flamey has pushed up so deep here, but he's going to be hearing these footsteps in the scope of Guardian. Flamey, if he catches the timing and kills Karrigan, this could be great, but he's hiding in the Olaf position. Guardian's on the wraparound. In fact, he may get the better of Flamey after all, but surely he's heard these footsteps. They're so close by. Karrigan in this off angle, great position, gonna get the kill from it. And now it's just the 21 HP Flamey left. Been spotted, been tagged, and been killed by Karrigan. Nice round off the AUG as well. And FaZe. This is dominant, Harry. The scoreline may not be showing that, but Navi got the first 2 rounds and have since to even look close into this. That was probably the closest round we've had since, and even then, it was a pretty awkward spot with the bomb down, Flamey low HP, and Zeus having to give up the B bomb site.
Yeah, certainly not the Navi that we thought we would saw coming into this game, at least not right now, right? And I think a lot of it, you were bang on, right? You still haven't seen the AWP out for Simple, apart from that one round where actually it was him who handed it over to Guardian, right? Oh, the tactical timeout going to be called in here by Navi. That's their second thus far. I mean, you know, that doesn't bode too well for them. You know, you're going through these pauses like a knife through butter, Hugo. And that just shows how much pressure they're under, right? Navi, a team that like to break them out if they're really not feeling it. They know that something's not going right. We saw them try and change the pace in that previous round by rushing, I think it was Electronic out through main.
Yeah. And
that's not like Navi, right? They're not a team that like to go for these really, really fast, high aggro plays. They prefer these much slower rounds, executing in the last 25, 30 seconds. So already kind of FaZe forcing Navi to have to play a bit more of an off-brand of CS, not one that we normally see from them.
Yeah, I mean, that entire round just depended on Electronic going and getting a kill. And considering FaZe individually are looking pretty damn good in this map so far, that's a bit of a worry. Nico's hitting his shots for sure. Certainly been a bit of a problem. Hopefully we'll be getting back into this game, and now we're going to see what I assume is Navi on... Okay, not a Nico, another force buy. This is very Navi-like. Of course, Simple on that scout. But one thing to note is Simple is saving a bit of money here. He's not brought up armor behind it. He's not brought up nades. So while we've got a force from Navi, they are still at the max loss bonus. They'll be able to buy up next round. It's a half buy here, if anything. It's just like, Navi always do this, which confuses me a little bit. You'll go for a round like this where it's a half buy, but you'll have 1 or 2 players spend all their money. Like, Zeus has no money left, and I understand that's you trying to get the AK out, but it's going to really cripple them when it comes to that next round if they don't get a bomb plant. And so far, Navi have been very unsuccessful in actually getting that bomb down on any of these sites. So let's see if it comes back to haunt them again. We've got Karrigan here with the AUG, and this is going to be a bit dangerous. He's already taken down Zeus.
AK has at least been juggled around, and that's one of the advantages of having one. And now Flamey's going to be donning it. They do manage to get Flamey and Electronic out through Ivy at least right now. Edward and Simple, meanwhile, closing on in. And Nico, he's kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Trapped down towards Old Hell, but Nico, he's going to go ahead and find absolutely everything. Suddenly, it's just Simple left up. And while he does dispatch of the man at the helm of FaZe right now, he's still in a 1v4. It still feels like it should be impossible. No armor behind this scout as well. So aim punch going to play into this, and Rain's there. Rain takes him down, and that will be FaZe now picking up a 7th round. We haven't seen Navi win anything since the pistol and that one conversion.
I think we'll finally have the AWP, Harry. Finally. But, I mean, Nico is just showing us a masterclass on this A-bomb site. 3 kills in that round. He's up to 13 right now for Navi. For FaZe, sorry. I bet Navi wish they had Nico, because they are getting ripped to shreds by the man himself.
Can you imagine how bad, how different that round is if he goes down there, right? Because then suddenly you've got the Ivy push filtering on in into, wow, it's much faster play once again from Navi. So we'll cut that thought short. There's Edward. He's just gone barging through the front door of FaZe right now, and he's bagged this forward position. I'm not entirely sure they know he's there. So Edward, in a spot where he could look to do some damage here.
Big onus on Simple getting some damage into this round. He's been fairly quiet with the scout so far. So Nico again, another opening kill for FaZe. This man is relentless with his early man advantages. 5v4 taken, Edward removed. The outer control for Navi that they once had has been stripped away. Zeus falls down the ladder, but he's been spotted. And as noted, Zeus doesn't have the money for a rifle here due to that previous round investment. Not always a huge problem if you can find the first kill and get yourself a gun to upgrade, but considering, you know, they're down a man once again, Zeus is going to be really hard stuck to do any damage on a map such as Train, where SMGs are really not good on the T side, unless you go for B plays, but even then. So what is Navi's response to this 7-2 scoreline? We need Simple up in main. Well, he's going to fall back, maybe group up for a full Ivy attack. We've not seen this with that many players from Navi. Simple just throwing utility over that A bomb site, allowing Navi to creep out, but Harry, again, the time, that's been a recurring factor here for this Navi side. 25 seconds on the clock. Karrigan just going to get domed by Electronic, and Navi are out onto the A-bomb site.
Yeah, only 2 players here, but it's Nico and Rain. Nico's going to get caught as Flamey pushes into CT, and actually Flamey's found both kills there. Guardian rotating around from that B-bomb site, going to get dropped, and in the blink of an eye, it's just Olaf Meister left up in a 1v4. Not really too much he can do here, especially with Simple. You see with that AWP up on top of the blue train, just homing his sights in toward Connector. So Olaf now going to look to try and hold on to this M4.
I like the timing of that play from Navi, because once they get Ivy and they kill Karrigan, they don't just go rushing into the A-bomb site. They wait for one player, I think it was Flamey, to wrap all the way through the CT spawn, and so they can double peek that long angle towards Pop Dog and Connector, killing rotations and essentially 2v1ing anyone on the bomb site. So Navi making FaZe question whether that was a full commitment, because Karrigan only spotted Electronic down in that Ivy position. Flamey, he switches weapon just at the right time. And Navi finally get another round on this T side. It's been a long time coming. But Harry, with a 7-3 scoreline, we can't go into this one assuming they're going to bounce back and continue. If anything, FaZe with all the money to work with, they should be able to reset here, and that could be horrible at this kind of scoreline for Navi.
Yeah, I mean, that said, though, it is, you can start to grind your way back into these games when you break down this CT economy, especially as they've gone for the double AWPs here between Nico and Guardian. That is a very expensive purchase. Zeus even picking up the AUG, by the way, in that previous round, so that's always fun. But this time, looking like they might see what this B bomb site has in store. I've kind of, been hoping that maybe we'd see this on a rifle round, because you think about, the times they have gone B, it's where they've got the bomb down, and whenever they've just had pistols, they've had a pretty good success rate of at least securing the bomb site. The one man you kind of have to worry about is Guardian. As he's here with the AWP, you can look to nullify him, and the smokes do go down to try and allow Navi to close the gap. And Olaf, he's immediately going to get bested now. The smokes, the flashes raining on in, do hold back Guardian for the time being. Bomb goes down, and it's a 4v5 with FaZe completely locked out of this site and on the verge of being reset. We could just see a save come through here if they don't find anything within the next few seconds. Guardian even going to get tagged down low, and you can already see him backing off towards the rear end of CT. Times tick down, and Flamey does manage one more, and yeah, that's going to be the call to save. FaZe duck out of this round. Navi going to be picking themselves up a 4th, and this is exactly how Navi get back into this game.
Yeah.
They were down 7-2. They find that 3rd round. They managed to find absolutely everyone on the side of FaZe. Then that double AWP buy coming in here now means that there's no money left over on this CT side. They've had to save. I mean, they're going to force buy up around this, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
But
well, actually, they don't even need to necessarily.
You got the double AWPs.
Yeah.
You can try and just do something with them from range.
You've got the loss bonus kicking as well. 3rd round loss bonus going to be coming through if FaZe lose this upcoming round. So, yeah, in theory, FaZe could just eco on those 2 remaining players and have a full buy next round. The alternative is they start messing with their money. They start toppling the balance. Some people have more, some people have less, and that's never fun on the CT side. And Navi have been conditioning FaZe to expect out of plays this entire map as well. So for Navi just to dive into B in that rifle round, I mean, FaZe were not ready for it at all. So despite this early start for FaZe, Harry, this is not a done deal just yet. Navi done a great job of bouncing back in these last couple of rifle rounds, looking to go one step further. FaZe, they've triple set up over on B. Olaf, Rain, and Nico. So 2 of them being the full USP players. But if they can play bait and try and set up to get information for Rain, maybe this will work out. Navi again just sneaking out onto this B bomb site. Electronic's yet to join them, but the other 4 players are just committing to B. The AWP up in the connector for Guardian, but Rain's already been dropped on the site. That was the rifle, and now it's just these USPs. Can Nico find anything? Surely he can't. Oh, he's got the rifle, but luckily enough, Zeus covers him from the heaven. Does go down. Olaf Meister going to get a kill, and he picks up a rifle as well. These USP players doing a serious amount of damage on this B bomb site.
Yeah, he's still got that double AWP into the retake, but they're going to try and get it done. And Olaf finds his 3rd kill of this round. He's looking to try and do it all. Zeus and Electronic Now the only two players here for Navi, and they do finally manage to silence Olof. Carrigan going to tap on that bomb. He needs the support from Guardian here. And as Carrigan finds the first, it now all falls onto Zeus, but he does deny that defuse, and on the back of it, he's locked in that round. Navi going to be picking up a fifth. Guardian was waiting in the wings up towards... trying to keep an eye up above it, anticipating, you know, you're going to be playing that with Electronic down at the ramp. Zeus peeking from up top. Sadly, it never comes through, and as a result, that's the round all said and done. They take the gamble, doesn't work out for them, but still a very, very close round, and FaZe going to keep the economy of Navi down low. Yeah, that could have been horrible for Navi, considering FaZe had 2 AWPs in a 3-on-2 in the post plant. They could have just posted up, as you said, one much heaven, one much lower, and the other tap that bomb, or even full stick it. But luckily enough, we have a player, I think it was Electronic, just run down ramp in the 3-on-2, get a kill, and turn it into a 2-on-2 when FaZe couldn't cover every position Navi had up. So a pretty impactful kill to pull back that man advantage, and it saved Navi at a crucial point. They would have allowed FaZe to win a round where they didn't even have full rifles. Now we're back to just a solo AWP. That's on Guardian, save from the previous round. On the other hand, Navi, they've got Simple here as well, and he's a player that shouldn't have too much of a problem fighting down against Guardian. We've had a bit of a trade already go down in the Pop Dog, so 4-on-4 established early on. Rain and Zeus being swapped. Nico, that drop's going to be heard. Flamey's going to be ready for any kind of aggression. Electronic waiting on the edge of the smoke, and he may catch the timing to Guardian, who's just moved off of Ivy because of that trade. Nico's regained Pop Dog control. Guardian going to hold a far more passive angle instead, but Electronic just spotted him. Navi now have the information of exactly where Guardian is, so Simple's going to be set up to do the damage, but this flank from Electronic so well timed, he takes down Guardian. Now, do they realize Nico is still here? Flamey certainly doesn't. He's even going to go as far as to tag down Simple, but doesn't quite find the kill. It's Olof and Carrigan now. 2 versus 3, and Edward, he's just cleared out this B bomb site, so the bomb actually going to wrap back over to Ward B. Electronic doing a fantastic job of keeping the attention of FaZe fixated over here on A, but now maybe, man, that looked like he could have been a blessing. It'd be more of a curse for Navi, as he's presented a 2-on-2. Bomb gets thrown onto Edward. It's going to come in. Simple was tagged down earlier on in this round. And Olof on this flank round in through Pop Dog as him and Carrigan look to try and pincer in onto this B bomb site. Simple holding the cross, misses that shot. Olof going to tag him down even lower. 4 HP up on Simple. Nade goes in, and that's found him. Edward now left in the 1v2, and that flash is picture perfect from Olof as he cements an 8th round on the board for FaZe. What a sick pop flash that was. A nice bait from FaZe on that A bomb site as well. We had Electronic on top of the train on A, and Carrigan, he starts running around in the connector to bait Electronic to peek him, and he actually drops off the train making noise. So Olof, who Electronic didn't expect to actually be inside of the site, is able to get that kill. And yeah, sick retake from Olof. Really nice work up on the box halls. This game is close as can be, Harry. And many people expected Navi maybe not to run away with this game, but to look a lot more confident than they have done. Simple, he's been someone who we expected a lot of. He's currently 8 and 9, not the top of the scoreboard here for the team. Pretty equal kill distribution, but we need him to start popping off if Navi really want to take a heavy lead. FaZe another 4-man A setup. This bomb coming in through the T-halls again. It's just Olof down here on B. If Navi burst in, then it could be another horrible situation for FaZe, but Nico has rotated round. Incendiary down on the ramp to allow him to push into position. He's got a smoke as well. But Navi, they don't give a damn. They're going right through it. Flash is there. Nico's fully blinded. They should be able to cross to the bomb site, but Nico's peeked out. The flash is worn off, and he's taken down Edward. First kill coming through for FaZe. Flamey fully blind. There's 2 Molotovs left up on Navi, but this bomb plant needs to come in. Finally will, but Nico's climbing up above to try and catch him off guard. Oh, he's going to do exactly that. Flamey getting tagged, trying to switch weapon. Dinked down to 11 HP, and Nico's just holding strong, just being a constant thorn in the side of Navi. He's not even getting kills. He's just making Navi aware that he's still here, and finally spiking up with dropping the bomb as well. Simple's now all that remains, and he's even shot in the heaven. It's been telegraphed. FaZe are winning this round unless Simple has a ridiculous clutch. Yeah, 1v4 and 8 HP. This would have to be a vintage Simple play. Well, he does get that kill onto Raid. FaZe, you can't imagine they're going to be too keen on peeking into this man anymore. And he has backed off in through Pop Dog. Sadly, not going to see any of these Simple heroics today by the looks of things. As he decides he'd rather hold on to the AWP and try and use that into the last run of the half. Now, he has got $2,800 as well. It's an important note to him finding that 1 kill onto Rain. Now he can go ahead and drop an AK over. But 9-5 is the scoreline right now.
Counter-terrorists win.
But Navi, not quite the T side you imagine they would have wanted coming into this. Still, you know, potential a 9-6, that's pretty good. Even if it does go 10-5 for a T-side of trade, it's not the end of the world. It's just, for me, we're going to need to see Simple bringing that AWP out early on over on the CT side for Navi. And we struggled to have it out here in the early stages of this matchup. We really didn't get to see it all too much until about 4 or 5 rounds ago, and that is when Navi found the bulk of their success.
Back into the last round of the half, Harry. Navi putting together what they can, and I won't lie, it's really not a lot. 2 Galils, Edwin on attack 9. Bit of utility here and there, but by and large, not what you would want for, as noted, a pretty important round. 10-5 is fine, but a 9-6 would be Navi's preference here, and Simple unable to find the early pick with the AWP. Navi repositioning down Ivy instead. 3 players coming here with the bomb as well. Could split Pop Dog with Edward coming in late, but right now he looks like he's just setting up utility over for that A bomb site in through those windows that he broke earlier on. Carrigan keeping an eye on this position as well. There's going to be a lot of utility starting to rain through for Navi. Just nades thrown, and then we see one player back off. Flamey going back in through T-Con with that bomb. And in fact, all of Navi are going to be doing that. They don't want to commit towards Ivy at all. They just want to try and force FaZe off this angle. The problem is, Carrigan's committed, so he's not sold for any kind of fake here. He's just thrown in a deep smoke. And now this early information play from Navi, or not even information, but fake play down on Ivy has really yielded them nothing. Olaf is playing solo B and very, very passive as well, but FaZe setting up for a retake play in the last round of the half, and Navi don't have too great weaponry. This, even though it should be a bomb plant for Navi, should be a 4-on-4, if not 5-on-5 retake here for FaZe.
Yeah, as the push comes on in the closing segments of this round, they're going to try and barrel on in toward the B bomb site. And as you're saying, there is this retake setup being played right now. Bear in mind, Electronic, who's still down towards Ivy, he's a very long way away, especially as now he kind of backs away from this position. He's going to rotate back through normally.
Whoa.
But somehow, in the meantime, Simple and Edward, they've done all the damage down here towards B. It is just Nico and Olaf left up, but Olaf has looked utterly fantastic over here toward B. In these last few rounds, the only issue is Simple's looking even better right now. Going to get beheaded by Nico into the 1v2, and he might even catch Zeus crossing up into the heavens, but he just falls short. Navi, a 6th round there right at the very end. As Simple slams down the gauntlet inside of that B-bomb site.
Fantastic work, just when we needed him as well. And Electronic not even seen in that round. He was around the T-spawn when it ended, so not even needed. Watching for any kind of flank up through T-Con or Ivy. But fantastic rounds from FaZe either way. They took a 9-6 half, Harry. That's a decent lead coming into their T side. Add on a pistol on top of that, and things should be all fine and dandy for FaZe. Remembering this is Navi's map pick as well. So that's always a bit of a worry, but nice shots from Simple, starting to get a bit warmed up at the end of this first half. And we always talk about Simple being a very, very good CT AWPer as well, so far more effective on that CT side of train, and that's really where I want to watch him play. And we're going to get given that, Harry, as we jump into the second half.
Yeah, one of the things to note there is, Simple, a lot of times we saw him come alive with the AWP, wasn't opening up the rounds. It was once the bomb's planted, holding them off, right? So that's basically, your CT side AWPing in a nutshell. 3 rounds is all that separates these two teams right now. And early on, FaZe going to be sending a couple of players over here toward this B-bomb site. You take a look at this buy. They have 2 smokes, a flash, Molotov. Now, that would be ideal to hit this B-bomb site with, but they're not too interested in that. They can go ahead and throw down the wall of smokes out here towards A if they'd like. Try and secure control of Pop Dog. And then, you either save the Molotov for the after plant, or you can use it to try and flush out some of these Navi players.
We don't even see teams anymore save that Molotov for the after plant. They just use it to cut off connector to stop rotations, really, because so many CTs save that smoke. The problem is Navi don't have that smoke in this round, so if that Molotov is saved, then things could be very, very problematic. Luckily enough, it's actually an Ivy push after all, but Nico's taken down Simple. A big man to lose to start things off, but Nico has just been phenomenal this game. 19 kills right now. Can FaZe convert with a man advantage? Flamey's here playing passive, and Electronic can turn around to try and crossfire this position as well, but Flamey, he's dropped the bomb. Any more? Olaf going down as well. Nico's finally traded, but there's the double peek from Navi coming through. The wraparound for Electronic to keep control of the Ivy position. Now it's just FaZe stuck in a 2-on-3.
Yeah, this is where this gets very, very problematic for FaZe. They've only got 20 seconds left. They're going to go charging on in, and at the very least, you at least want to go down here in the pistol round. They go running by Electronic, and he's going to mop up absolutely everybody. So between him and Flamey, they cement that pistol round for Navi, and they're going to go 2 for 2 in pistol rounds here on Trade.
Yeah, considering the scoreline, that really isn't too great, but at least it's going to allow them a bit of a buffer to get up to yet another round, take an anti-eco up against FaZe. And more common now after these lost bonus changes to CT size, just eco, because you can get full AKs with smoke flash on that third round with no bomb plants. So that's really enough to win your first rifle round, and knowing especially that Navi are going to have, you know, this absolute mess of a buy. Look at this. FAMAS, M4, well, a couple of FAMASs, a couple of SMGs. This is not great for Navi, and if they take this flawlessly against FaZe, they're running this into a buy round. Like, that is not what you want when you're already down 7-9. However, this round should be a bit of a confidence booster considering FaZe have literally nothing to play with but that lone deagle on Nico.
Well, they managed to get control of Pop Dog for free. A-Main does have someone from Navi sat in it right now, so they're going to get the information. That's simple. He's going to be able to come on in with this backstab if they try and execute out in towards the A-bomb site. Oh, assembling this cheeky boost up over the boxes. And Edward, peekaboo, Nico's going to find that. Now Simple here over in main. Electronic and Flamey going to shut down the remaining players. It is just Guardian left. I like the little boost there for Nico, but only nets them the one frag.
That's actually really funny, because obviously Navi are not going to play inside the Pop Dog up against FaZe on that round because FaZe have pistols, and Navi don't want to close the range too much. We just have that passive FAMAS instead. But they give up Pop Dog, and it allows Nico just to go above and beyond. And clearly with the game plan coming into this rifle round, you can see him very vocal there. Recently taking over that in-game leader role, despite not being in the middle chair, Harry. It's looking good right now, and FaZe still favoured by those Betway odds that just popped. Oh, sorry, Navi still favoured by those Betway odds that still popped up just a moment ago. Navi though still down around here, Harry. We've got that AWP on Simple. We've still got the double FAMAS in, so it's far from a perfect buy for Navi. But that orb could be what they need. Nice nade to start things off. Good bit of damage considering it tags 3 players. But FaZe are setting up for a fast B play with Olaf coming in for that Ivy wrap.
Simple is here, though, and he does have that AWP out. He's going to be trying to support Zeus at this position. Incendiary on Zeus as well looks to try and slow down this play if it does look to come through from FaZe. In right now. Now this push comes through it. Zeus flashed off the angle, has to go ahead and get away from that ladder. Drops the Incendiary close left, but Rain's already wrapped around over to the right, and he's going to give him the left-right goodnight. Electronic in with one more. Carrigan now up close doing the damage. Then there's Simple chiming in on the AWP, but he's going to go ahead and find himself a quick double inside of this B-bomb site. Carrigan and Olaf left up, but Simple is finding absolutely everybody right now. Olaf left in a 1v4, and while he does manage to pick up Flamey, 35 seconds, that bomb down and out in the open, and Navi swarming this bomb site like moths to a flame. Olaf has it all to do now. So many angles to check, and only 25 seconds to try and get something done on Edward. Peeks on into it, wins that fight, and now we see it go all tied up 9-9 for Navi.
And exactly what we alluded to, Harry. Simple coming in big in the first AWP round of the CT side. 3 kills there, shutting down the aggression from FaZe in the, well, I was about to say post-plant, but they didn't even get the bomb down. Look at this. He doesn't even let the bomb cross. Fantastic work from Simple off this AWP. And that's what Navi need, and this is why they are still the favourites coming into the second half. Now the scoreline looks to equalise. 9-9 as FaZe are put down to pistols, and yeah, Navi saying, hey FaZe, anything you can do, we can do better. FaZe may have had a very strong CT side, but Navi are looking to bounce back. Early Molotov in the T-con keeps FaZe from going fast. Carrigan's even tagged down on the Ivy as well. That Molotov might seal his fate. Oh, nade on top of it. Recipe for disaster there for Carrigan. And more utility damage to FaZe up in main. They're going to try and burst this one, but with no utility, and Navi playing at fairly close ranges. Electronic is going to be able to start mowing them down. Simple's already picked off one. Nice angle for Electronic. There's a double. And just like that, this round looks to be over. Ooh.
Olaf. With his trusty Deagle, is going to get finished off. So they managed to get one kill, but that will be it. Electronic there with 4 in that round. But for FaZe, it's everywhere they go. They're running into this AWP on Simple. That's what it must feel like. Now he's over towards 8. He's able to kickstart that round well for the side of Navi, and they actually take the lead back versus FaZe. So by coming in.
This is the first time we've seen Navi in the lead since that second round, Harry. They took a 2-0. FaZe dominated them for the rest of the half until Navi finally came to life in the final 5. Or final 6, I guess, winning 4 out of the last 6 of the previous half. But now they're back in the lead, and this is where things get complicated for FaZe. We've got the AWP, we've got Karrigan on that Krieg, showing that he's not just an AUG user. He swings both ways.
Olaf has been allowed to sneak on out here. And actually, no one from Navi all too aware of this position. Olaf going to go peeking on in, and he does spot out Zeus, but Zeus still going to best him in that fight. Now as they try and hit this B-bomb site, it was all a ruse. Simple here alone right now does have the rotations from the rest of his team coming on in. That Molotov does buy Rain a little bit of time to go aggressive, and actually he might be able to get into CT spawn. I don't think he's been spotted, so he's now a real threat.
Oh.
Rain has it all to do. Nico going to be able to... Oh, Nico, a second kill. Now Rain comes in from this flank, and he's going to shut down 2 more. Blink of an eye, it's just Electronic, who's on a bit of a journey of his own. He's in the back line of this FaZe roster. 1v2. He's going to look to try and retrieve the AWP, and then just back out of there. So, going to be a 10th round back on the board here for FaZe. They tie things up, and at least with that AWP being saved, Navi can get a bye together in this following round.
What a round from Nico and Rain as well. Some fantastic shots. Big flank from Rain. Nico coming in clutch with that kill, or kills at least, cutting down the connector push. And I like the smoke as well, thrown by, I assume it was FaZe on that B-bomb site. They don't throw a close connector smoke that usually T's mess up, and it leaves it not inside the connector, but just outside it, allowing CTs to jump through the smoke and back off into spawn. It's deep enough in the connector that once it starts to fade, Nico can see Simple through it, and he catches that kill as well. Mac 10 on Olaf Meister. Yeah, that's going to be upgraded to an AK. Good choice. Maybe assuming Navi were eco, but that's certainly not the case with them having won 4 rounds in a row before FaZe broke their money. Or I wouldn't call this a broken money because they've got a double AWP. Flamey's going to be taking that as well. And he's been having a great game. He's up just sitting behind Simple and Electronic, so I like to see this from Navi. 2 AWPs. Zeus having swapped over to that B-bomb site, playing solo. Difficult role to play, considering how close he is, but FaZe aren't looking to attack it just yet. They've got Olaf holding for any kind of Ivy push. Navi, in the meantime, look at this setup change. They give up Ivy, they rotate a man towards B, they push up very close to A, and this will give them pop dog control back. So while FaZe are trying to attack it, Navi are going to have players all around them. One on the E-box, and Edward playing even closer. Flash is good, Edward's better. Nice skill to start things off for Navi, but he tries to get the gun, and that's not going to work.
Yeah, Nico very, very thankful there that Edward perhaps gets a little too invested in retrieving the AK. Back into a 4-on-4 right now. Simple going to be pushing on up over here towards main, trying to peek on him. Won't spot anything just yet, but in a way, there might be more than enough information, especially now as Electronic starts to aggress in through Ivy. He's going to spot absolutely no one here for this FaZe clan roster. Looks like this could be a little bit of a misinformation gain from Electronic. Zeus does manage to dispatch of the first man, but this A-bomb site's been left open, and this is where we need to see this this flank from Electronic yield some results now for Navi. Bomb goes down, and the rest of the Navi boys all cut off from connector. Electronic's going to get spotted, so the flank is given up early. Olaf does dispatch of him, so we're into a 3-on-3. Zeus trying to spearhead this offensive back into the bomb site. Has to clear out Nico, and indeed he does not. Now just Flamey and Simple, double AWP in the retake, never ideal. They're going to have to fall away from this one. And they're just going to concede an 11th round the way of FaZe.
That's unlucky. Navi were looking clear like they were expecting Electronic to get a lock done from that flank. They shoot both AWPs in the connector, then they rotate round to CT just to delay the push back in, and not only that, but allow Electronic to get into position. And while he does, Harry, he's not able to get a frag out of it. Olof catching him off guard. I mean, it wasn't even catch off guard. Electronic was ready for that peek from Olof after he was spotted from the pop dog, but not able to get that kill. And now FaZe are back in the lead. A couple of T-side rifle rounds is all they needed, and now their money's going to be a bit of a problem for Navi to break. As we can see, they have a hell of a lot, whereas Navi not in the same camp right now. They've got this double AWP still intact, and an M4 as well going to be dropped over. Navi trying to piece this puzzle of economy together to try and buy up in this round, and that's an interesting one. It's obviously off the back of saving the double AWP, but they would have a considerable amount of money next round. So if they lose this, Harry, it goes 12-10. Navi have to eco to 13-10, and then they get another buy up. I mean, it's Navi, so you never know when they're actually going to eco, but in theory, that's what should happen.
Yeah, and that's the big. I mean, that's how, you know, games often snowball out of control on a map like Trainers. You lose control of the economy, right? You think about that first half. We didn't really get to see Simple on the AWP all too much, not till the very end, and that was where Navi found a lot of their success. If you start to fall behind economically, you stop seeing Simple on that AWP, you stop seeing the potential of a double AWP set up, something along those lines, and that could really start to hurt Navi. And they've got to be very aware of that. So Flamey holding this in a bomb site all on his lonesome. He's already been picked off. Rain is there, and looking absolutely terrifying as he's gone ahead and shut down one of these two AWPs now for Navi.
They even threw a close nade to knock that AWP back up the ramp to try and stop anyone from taking it, and it was successful. Zeus could not find this AWP because it's been blown up the ramp. Fantastic work from FaZe. They've thrown it behind them.
Yeah, Zeus, he actually dies just trying to, you know, in that smoke and amongst all the confusion, wondering where the hell's the AWP gone. FaZe have already taken it, mate, and now just a 3v2 for Navi. You can see they're backing off. They don't want any part in this round, and they are going to get hunted down. FaZe should look to try and deny these saving players. Olof going to go back for it. Now, Simple does manage to pick him off at the very least. But FaZe, they can afford to sacrifice one or two more players to this. Their priority now is not letting Simple have that AWP on his back into the following rounds.
The question is, how much do FaZe want to dedicate to this? With two players crawling up on that A-bomb site, they might be coming for this Ivy flank before FaZe push down through this stairwell, but Simple's ready. He's going to get one. Guardian's there with a trade. Simple not able to get out of his sights in time, and that is the AWP dropped. Electronic close by to try and retrieve it, but he's already moved away from this one, knowing that FaZe are in position, and this Ivy wrap has come through as well. That's going to guarantee no AWP being picked up for Navi. A huge loss to have, Harry. Because coming into this next round, if you're going to have one gun, you would want that AWP. Considering Navi, they can't buy into this, and they shouldn't buy into this at all. You know, I know Navi forced a lot, but this is just not a good time for it. FaZe have taken the lead back with the 12-10. Navi have a solo rifle on Electronic to try and, I guess, save for another round, do some more damage, take some guns away. But realistically, the chances of winning this are so minimal, and Navi know it. They've only gone for a couple of P250s and Deagles. FaZe, on the other hand, they are looking to storm ahead and take this victory on Navi's map pick.
Yeah, and lots of utility used out here toward this A-bomb set, looking like it might just be a faster play in from FaZe. Now, the one thing that Navi do have going their way is they've got 4 players stacked up here with a 5th in the form of Electronic now on that rifle. Rotating around. They've already dispatched a Zeus, but Flamey there on that Deeg. In with the reply, and Carrigan's going to take one to the dome. Rain and Nico, they've shut down the majority of these players, and now it is just Electronic left up. But he's doing work right now. He's gone ahead and put this in a 1v2. Nico brought down a solo 6 HP too, and Electronic now 1v1. And a round that never should have been now looks to go the way of Navi. Nico has been on form throughout this entire match thus far. He's now going to try and 1v1 both these players dead in a single bullet. So Nico, if he can manage to get this bomb down, he can set himself up in the post plant and try to look good, but he heads towards CT. Electronic's going to go here as well. These two players now about to butt heads as they go toe-to-toe in towards CT spawn. And for Navi, there's no way they should be winning this round, but Electronic, he's going to get it done. He managed to win out the 1v3 and lock in that 11th round, the solo rifle, the hero of Navi there.
That never should have happened, Harry. That never should have. Look at Simple. Yeah. Look at Electronic. They're so happy, and I don't blame them. What a ridiculous round. Navi had no expectation of taking it. Flamey kicks it off with a D kill. Edward gets one with a B250, and then boom, Electronic out of nowhere. FaZe are going to be kicking themselves. If you're not tilted after that round, I don't know what to say. I imagine the delay here is a pause from FaZe, and I think that's required. Because right now, Navi are looking to bounce back despite being on an eco at 12-10. They've just won it. And as a result, Harry, yeah, okay, you may not have saved the AWP, but you've won a round when you were on eco. You're going to have so much money. That AWP, that even double AWP is allowed here for Navi. So I can't wait to see how they're going to invest into this round. Electronic with that one has now been pulled up to the top of the scoreboard alongside Simple, both of them on 21 kills. Nico is trying his damnedest on 27. Much is said by the desk with the current situation of FaZe being Nico as the IGL. He's setting himself up for success, but a lot of that came from the CT side. He's been playing really well today, and let's see if that continues for FaZe. It will need to if they want to take the victory here.
This is a massive round as well because both teams have no money. It's going to be a reset for whoever manages to pick this one up. So you're effectively going to be bagging a 2-for-1, which at this point in the game, in round 24, is massive for either one of these teams. There's so much riding on the back of this one round now. For Navi, it could be their means of getting back into the lead, and for the side of FaZe, it could be their way. Moving closer and closer towards that map point here on Navi's map pick. So it's all to play for. Simple does at least have that AWP back in hand. You mentioned they're going to have a little bit extra cash as a result of winning that last one on the eco. What they've done with Simple here on this solitary AWP, they've set him up over towards B. He's just going to look to try and anchor this down. And that's the thing with Simple. He's not just the anchor, he's a full-on gunship. He's going to go ahead and find Rain early on. Now backs away in towards this B bomb site, and the remaining players for Navi, they know they can kind of free a man up now. They go ahead and wrap Zeus background to help out Simple. FaZe with 35 seconds left have to make their mind up, and it looks like they're going to be throwing in the utility over here towards A. Edward hears all this go out, but he doesn't spot anyone over in Pop Dog, so that could telegraph exactly what's going on. It's going to be this fake. And 15 seconds on the clock. Simple has dropped Nico, and now with just 12 seconds, they have to get down this ramp, and they have to get down there now. The bomb plot has to come in, and you still have to try and run the gauntlet against Simple. The Molotov goes raining in. Carrigan does manage to hop on by, and he's going to get the bomb down with seconds left to spare. Now Carrigan and Guardian forced into a 2-on-3 versus the Simple, who's already got 3 kills to his name. He's spearheading this charge back into the bomb site. And now Carrigan does manage to best him. He's hauling FaZe back into this round. Guardian even buying time, goes toe-to-toe with Electronic. Carrigan spotted by Flame, he will get dealt with, and now just Guardian left up to have to try and 1v2 versus his old teammates. Has been able to find the first. The Molotov's gone down on the bomb, and there shouldn't be any time here. Guardian just toying with Electronic, and that's the round. FaZe going to be finding themselves a 13th here. As the timer ticks away, Navi concede this one, and they should be able to save that AWP, but still, it's going to go 13-11 in favor of FaZe.
Oh, that is such a bitter pill to swallow. You win an eco round and then get a hard reset off the back of it to give FaZe 13. Navi, well, they were in high spirits in the previous. They're now going to be crushed both economically and emotionally. That is a horrible round to lose, Harry. And
they're going to be really tempted to force buy up around this, because why wouldn't you, right? You've killed everyone over on this side of FaZe. It's going to be the same situation as that round prior, where whoever wins this resets the other team. The only difference is now is it's such a big gamble from Navi. It's so high risk, right? They could reset FaZe and then get back into this game, or get reset themselves, and then you're force buying till the very end of this match.
Tactical pause from FaZe here, well timed. They've not really pulled out as that many coming into this game, and frankly, they've not needed them. It's been hectic here in this second half, but FaZe finally getting ahead of the curve. 13-11. It's all on who can win 2 rounds in a row, Harry, and force the other team to eco. FaZe now know that Navi, they should be buying up into this round. Electronic saved that AWP from the previous. We've now got that on Simple. And he got 3 in that previous as well. That makes things even worse. Trying to drag his team through it, not going to be happening. FaZe 13 here. They've only just cobbled together a buy. Carrigan is going to be on the Krieg. We have Nico on an SMG. I mean, this is one of the positions where I want that AK on Nico right now. He is top of the entire server. No way we should be having him on an SMG at this kind of crucial point. 13-11. Navi have 2 pistols. But Harry, they've won more with less. So we cannot count them out coming into this 25th round.
Oh, we certainly cannot. I mean, we saw it just rounds ago. Electronic able to get the job done with 1 solitary AK. This time it's the AWP on Simple. As you pointed out, he managed 3 kills in that previous round. He's looking good. He's looking warmed up on this CT side. And it's a slow start from FaZe, trying to burn out whatever utility they can from this Navi side. They know they're not going to have much to work with. They managed to flush Edward out from Pop Dog, but he sticks around a little bit. FaZe get this portion of the map. There's no way really for Navi to try and re-aggress into it. You could look maybe for a flash to go raiding on over, try and get these pistols up close, but they're just going to let this one slide for the time being.
What's this angle from Simple? He's looking down in through the window into Pop Dog. 30 seconds left up for FaZe. They're going to opt to go back on this B bomb site. Olof on his flank. He could make all the difference here in the 25th round as they try and break Navi's economy. Close position from Zeus. You wouldn't want anything else with this UMP. He's going to have to get a couple of kills here to make it worth his while, because Navi have no utility for the retake. A solo flashbang will go out. Zeus going to spray down. One miss spray, but he finds two off the back of it. Bomb dropped. 12 seconds left up. There's a double peeking connector. They're not going to be able to pick that bomb back up, and just like that, the time is gone. Navi should be winning this round, even with the flank coming through. Karrigan's been picked off as well by Simple, and Olof has got to save his AWP. His AK, sorry. Navi are going to win it with 2 pistols in that round. Limited economy, but it won't make a difference. It's breaking FaZe back to 12. This is on a needle's edge, Harry.
Yeah, not even a knife's edge, mate. You've got one smaller. That's how close this is, Hugo. And yeah, I mean, that round there, so crucial. Shout out to Zeus. He's able to go ahead and find those massive impact frags. Nico as well, and his dying breaths threw that bomb like he's a basketball player out into the out into the lane. And ultimately, it all falls apart from that point onwards. You see the bomb land there, and if you're FaZe, you've gone, well, that's it. It's all done. We can't get this back. You know, Simple was there with the AWP. You had Electronic come rotating in as well. And Olof on the flank doesn't yield anything for FaZe. Now, the one thing they can take some solace in at the very least is they have a bit of a buffer, right? This will allow Navi to start to catch back up.
The only problem is, I want to know what the long-term game is here from FaZe. Are we giving Navi 2 rounds in a row? Because if they don't get a bomb plant here, they're only going to have about $3,000 a player for that upcoming rifle round. And Olof won't even have that if he doesn't save the AK, rather. Edward even getting aggressive, finding Karrigan early on. I mean, this could be FaZe taking a double eco and giving Navi 14. Nico could get the timing down here on B. He's going to be throwing in that smoke, but Nico walks through it. Simple's holding down Ivy, and he's going to find himself 2 as well. Nico has crept by, but the problem is his entire team is dead. It's him and Guardian, and Guardian's going to get cut off by this aggression of Zeus.
Yeah, and I mean, this has led to a lot of like misinformation in that sense. Guardian's not going to be entirely too sure as to the presence of Zeus in this position. And while, you know, you might expect it, Nico might not have called it. He hasn't cleared upper just yet. Yeah. Zeus has let Guardian slip by, but at least the rotation comes in now from Simple. Although Nico,
oh no,
gotta go ahead and find him. Surely this isn't how FaZe get back into this game. Zeus, now the only man here at B, and Nico, yeah, he is trapped behind enemy lines. He's got it all to do, but Guardian's managed to get by once again, and Zeus trying to deny this bomb plant. Gonna get there with seconds to spare. Nico able to trade. Now finds himself in a 1v3, and Electronic's already pushed around behind, so that will get tied up 13-13.
Okay, as much as Zeus makes a mistake of actually missing that shot and allowing, you know, them to creep into the bomb site, he makes up for it with diving into the site and stopping that bomb plant, knowing Nico is far too far away to pick it up and save the round for FaZe. If he kills that planter, he wins the round for Navi. So, yeah, mistakes made, but he is going to rectify it at least.
That's a very complicated knife move as well there. But, yeah, all tied up. 13-13. Nico getting the knife does actually flush the economy of the FaZe side a little bit more. Tactical pause called in for Navi. We could see, you know, this is still very much anyone's game. But I'm just as interested as you are what the economic situation is going to be for FaZe, what the game plan is going to be here. Because we saw they invested in Deagles in that last round. They bought themselves down about 1,000.
Well, Nico has 4,400. Everyone else is 3K or below.
So, yeah, so I think you just have to take another eco once again. Maybe... And Nico's invested in a Deagle, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, it's an eco. I mean, Nico should save for that AWP for Guardian in the upcoming round. And although he is bottom of the board right now, it's still going to be really a requirement. You want everything coming into 14-13. And that's exactly what the score should be. Although we've seen Navi win an eco before, it was with that one solo rifle. And FaZe don't even have that. Just pistols here. Navi starting to build up their own economy. It's a double setup close to Pop Dog. Even Simple with the AWP and connector, and that should have been spotted. The barrel of the rifle was sticking out, so Rain's aware of it. He crawls past Simple and gets one kill, but in the meantime, Flamey doesn't have head armor, and Olof's just going to decimate him down on Ivy. Back into a 3-on-3. This is awkwardly close for Navi in a round that really should be clean cut.
Yeah, and they needed it to be clean cut. They have to try and dig themselves out of this economic hole that they find themselves in. This was the round where, they should have been building up that buffer a bit, denying the too much damage the way of FaZe. But they've already lost players early on, and you still have Olof now on this SG. He's very aware that they could have gone aggressive over here towards this B side of the map, but indeed they have not.
I like how Guardian and Olof are playing as well. Guardian's just walking in first with the PT-50. Olof is scoped, Cyclops behind him, waiting for the trade to come through. I mean, Guardian is expendable in this round, but Olof, he's the one that needs to get everything done with the solo gun. And even if we have FaZe sneak onto this B site, not only is Simple there, and that's a hard one to contend with anyway, but Electronic is going to be allowed for this quick pop dog flank. It's just down to whether Zeus rotates off before Karrigan pushes in through Ivy.
Oh, Karrigan gonna lose that fight. Too violent for TV, and now it's Simple left in a 1v2 over here toward this B bomb site. Spots the players out, and is gonna go ahead and drop Olof. Now it's just Guardian left to go toe-to-toe versus Simple, and indeed he will. That's the AWP retrieved as well. Now he's gonna be able to get the bomb down. We mentioned how Guardian is bottom of the board right now for FaZe, but he's onto the AWP, his weapon of choice. He has just missed this timing onto Electronic potentially. And yeah, there's the shot missed. Electronic going to be able to swoop on in from this flank. And Navi 14 to 13, but only 2 players surviving. That's lots of damage. The bomb plant is great for FaZe. They're not out of this one just yet.
Yeah, that was far too costly for Navi than it can be. And again, that sets them up for failure in this upcoming round. If they don't win it, they're going to get crushed when it comes down to the money. So will Navi even go for the double AWP here, or will Flamey try and save his cash for a rainy day? He's got 7,000 in this round. That's going to put him in a really good spot, at least, with Navi needing every single penny they have. FaZe, they're going to be calling a tactical timeout. We're starting to reach almost every timeout called for both teams now, Harry, because obviously 14-13 in Navi's map pick, we're reaching the end of this one. Although, are we? Because overtime is always a factor.
Yeah, and you bring up the pauses, right? Suddenly overtimes are kind of scrappy enough as it is anyway, without any pauses left in the tank for these teams. Or as we kind of approach that point, then if this does head that way, we're going to see some very scrappy CS to decide who takes this map.
And I mean, if you wanted scrappy CS, these are the teams you want, Harry.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I mean, we could take a look at this buy from FaZe, or back out on Guardian rifles for everyone else. It's everything they could possibly need. And similar situation as what we've seen previously.
Yeah, 2 AWPs for Navi as well. Flamey did decide to go for the big boy investment. He spent all his money. Could come back to haunt Navi here if the reset comes through for FaZe. Not exactly a reset, but then breaking the cash either way. Let's see, Karrigan on that Krieg again. Navi with a 4-man ace out. They put solo B Simple. But he's actually played fairly passive considering he's up in the heaven. He's going for the no-scope shot. Olof, he's going to get flicked. Nice shot from Simple. He's down to 10 HP and actually goes in optimistically with a pistol for the repeak. He should get out of this one right now because Navi cannot afford to lose their solo B player this early on into the round. Zeus will decide to rotate to join Simple. But although Simple gets damage off, that is not worthwhile. That can make things very, very difficult if FaZe execute on this B bomb site later. But they're setting up A smokes, and Edward looks to hold on to the pop dog as they filter through. Rain's going to be coming in through main, so Edward needs to get at least 1 kill here, and he does start it with that exactly. Actually, this time switching out to the AK, and getting a second through the wall. Karrigan is going to get killed, and now Guardian opening up on this A site. We have FaZe all in control of A. They just need to be aware of this setup from Navi. There's 3 players left up on either side, and Navi coming in from basically every position left.
But this is where that damage done to Simple early on could cause some real big problems here for Navi. 11 HP, having a retake with this AWP. It's definitely not ideal, to say the very least. Rain and Nico going to double up over here in the sandwich as they just both peek on over the tops of these trains, trying to spot something out, but damage done. And Flamey able to pick off Guardian from main. Edward chiming in was his 3rd in this round. It all falls onto Rain, and Simple, he's going to rain on his parade. The defuse comes on in. It's going to be 15-13. Map point here for Navi on their map pick.
And what a huge round for Edward as well. He's been struggling this entire game, sitting on 9 kills before that round, but he comes in with such an important 3K, shutting down the pop dog push and even getting a kill on the retake in a 3-on-3. So massive round for Edward, really required here from Navi to take this 15th. And this is their map pick, so to see them in the lead is not a big surprise, but FaZe are going to be able to go back in with another buy. Keep things in question as they have been this entire map. 2 AWPs for Navi, 1 for Guardian. Maybe looking for this faster outer play, but Already utility going down for Navi is going to deny any early aggression for this T side. Edward's back in the pop dog, playing a little more aggressive than usual. Rain is going to hear those footsteps. So Edward will back out fairly soon. FaZe have taken some significant damage with this utility, but they will still be going for a quick outer play.
Electronic mows down too, and that's through a smoke as well for FaZe. Their chances of winning this round get stripped away as suddenly it's Guardian left in a 1v5. He's got it all to do and very little to get it done with. It's a flawless last round here for Navi as they take this first map 16-13. They're going to move 1-0 up in this series.